Speaking to Tim Van Amstel from E.ON One. Thanks for joining me today here at Future of Utilities.
It's a pleasure.
We're going to dive straight into it, and this is a big question.
Hit it.
So, what do you see as the biggest challenge in delivering an affordable and effective energy transition?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is translating very ambitious climate goals into execution. Everybody knows that we need to do something. I think we need to change. We need to change the work we deal. We need to change the world how we deal with energy. But how you practically execute and scale and implement, I think that are the biggest challenges. And these are actually the topics that we as E.ON One focus on. We are part of a larger company called E.ON. We are trying to find, let's say, scale-ups who have technology who are bridging that gap, mostly digitization, and are really solving the challenges that we are seeing.
Perfect. And how is that digitalisation helping to accelerate the energy transition? What kind of solutions are you supporting at the moment to go to market?
Yeah, in my view, it's huge. I truly believe it is the key, because if you look at how the energy landscape currently is changing, you have the supply of energy becomes different. You have much more decentralized energy, renewables, wind farms everywhere, solar on your roof, maybe on my roof and everybody else's roof, instead of large, let's say, fossil fuels generation. So there, like say, the supply is changing, but also the demand is changing because consumers become, let's say, prosumers, or even what we call flexumers, because they're producing electricity at a household, they're consuming electricity, and maybe have an electric car, so everything is changing. So supply and demand are changing, and that is very complex. So this new energy world is completely different than what we are used to. And how to deal with that? Digitization. I think that is eventually the glue to make it all happen.
Perfect. And obviously at E.ON One, you're supporting lots of different organisations. What does effective collaboration between big corporates like E.ON and scale-ups look like, and why is it so important?
I think both organizations or both have their strength. As a large utility, you have a European or a global footprint. You have a huge customer base. You have a very good understanding about regulation and how to deal with that. And there's a lot of, let's say, security and reliability related to that. As a startup or a scale-up, you are generally have access to a lot of talent who all want to work for your amazing culture and maybe a free lunch or a table tennis at the office or anything else, or a joint barbecue on Friday. They are so close to the market because they can pivot fast. They can change the business model if it's needed in a month or in half a year's time. And they generally build world-class technology. And if you combine that, and this is exactly why E.ON One exists, we try to bridge between the best of two worlds. Large utility, big customer base, long-standing, large presence, and the fast, quick scaling, close to the market, close to the talents type of scalers. So this is how we are combining.
Brilliant. And what are some of the key themes shaping your priorities for the year ahead?
I think we always try to focus on the big themes of E.ON, and if you then look at where is E.ON big in, we are a very large grid operator, one of the biggest distribution grid operators of Europe. We have an energy infrastructure solutions business. We have almost 50 million customers, households within Europe. So we automatically also always focus on these as key themes. What are the bottlenecks? What are the things that we want to solve? But to be more specific, if I had to pick one key theme that somehow touches upon all the segments that I mentioned, it is flexibility. And ask 20 people here at this big conference what flexibility is, you get 20 different answers.
Yes.
Because it's a really wide topic, and you can actually look at it from different perspectives. From a household perspective, from a grid operator perspective, from a wind park developer perspective. And we somehow are seeing that there is a huge need for digitalization in that space and all specific elements, solving the challenge of flexibility.
Perfect. You mentioned this big event we're at today, the Future of Utilities. What are you hoping to get from being here today, and what are you looking to learn?
Yeah, I think what I do like about Future of Utilities is that they have found a way to really attract a lot of, let's say, people to come here. it's not a national event. It's in Amsterdam. I'm Dutch, but that's more coincidence. I've met my colleagues from E.ON from Sweden, colleagues from UK from E.ON, of course the colleagues from the Netherlands, also from Germany. But next to that, there are a lot of start and scale-ups here who are really trying to discuss this new future of utilities. I really like the name. And I'm meeting up with investors, I'm meeting up with entrepreneurs. They find me, I find them. It's finding the new technology, spotting the new trends, talking to really cool people, interesting people, founders, great entrepreneurs, you name it all. They're all here.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. All at one place. And I also like the fact that it's always centralized via Teams. You have keynotes where everybody sits in the same room, and our breakout sessions separate.
Perfect. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tim. Thank you.